Welcome to the Leaders Insights podcast. Today's episode, Operationalizing the EU AI Act for Data Teams, a practical playbook. The EU AI Act's high-risk rules became fully binding this month, August 2026. Most companies I talk to have a policy document and nothing else. Is a policy document worthless?
Worse than worthless. It's a liability. If a regulator asks how you classify your systems and you hand them a PDF that says, "We take AI seriously," you've just documented that you did nothing. The Act, the EU's law governing artificial intelligence by risk level, doesn't care about your intentions. It cares about your logs.
So step back for me. Beyond this specific deadline, what's the durable lesson here that the good operators already understood?
That compliance is an operational discipline, not a legal one. The teams that are calm right now are the ones who treated data governance, knowing what data you have, where it flows, and who touched it, as plumbing they built years ago. Everyone else is trying to retrofit plumbing into a house that's already flooded.
Give me the concrete version. What does plumbing actually mean on a Tuesday morning?
Take a credit scoring model hunting deciding who gets a loan. That's explicitly high risk under the Act. To comply, you need lineage, a record showing this model was trained on that data set, which came from these sources, cleaned by this pipeline. If you can't reconstruct that chain, you can't prove your training data was relevant and representative, which Article 10 demands. Most banks I've worked with couldn't tell you what version of a dataset trained the model running in production today.
That sounds like an admission of failure. Why couldn't they?
Because for a decade, nobody was punished for not knowing. Data scientists pulled a snapshot, trained something, shipped it, and moved on. The dataset got overwritten next quarter. Now the law wants you to keep records for the lifetime of the system, and the honest answer at a lot of firms is the evidence no longer exists. That's not a paperwork problem. That's an archaeology problem.
So what does the playbook actually tell a CDO to do first, before they panic?
Inventory. Boring, unglamorous, and the thing everyone skips. You cannot govern systems you haven't listed. I've seen a mid-size insurer discover 40 machine learning models in production when leadership thought they had 12. The other 28 were built by individual teams, undocumented, some making decisions about claims. You classify each one by risk tier, and suddenly, you know where your real exposure is instead of guessing.
40 when they thought 12. Where's that number from?
That's from my own engagement last year. One European insurer, so treat it as one data point, not a survey. But the pattern is everywhere. Calibra and OneTrust, the governance tooling vendors, both report clients routinely undercount their models by half. They sell the solution, so discount accordingly, but the direction is right.
Let's poke the sore spot. Isn't all this just fear of fines? 7% of global revenue? I think the penalty cap's at?
The fines are real, up to 7% of worldwide turnover for the worst breaches, which for a large bank is a career-ending number. But fear is a bad long-term motivator. The better argument is that the discipline pays for itself. When you know your data lineage, your models break less, your audits take days instead of months, and you can actually answer a customer who asks why they were denied. That's not compliance theater. That's just running a competent shop.
So you're saying the firms treating this as a checkbox are missing the actual return?
Exactly. The Act is forcing people to do what they should have done anyway, know their own systems. The regulation is annoying, but it's pointing at a genuine weakness. The operators who internalized this before Brussels made them are now faster and cheaper, not slower.
Give me the one thing a data leader should do the moment this episode ends.
Pull a list of every model actually running in production right now, not the ones you remember, the ones deployed. If that list doesn't exist, that's your first project. You can't govern, defend, or improve anything you can't even count.
That's your 5. The full CDO track, structured, no fluff, is at mba-training.com.